Alright, today I'm going to show you how to make a prototype of the platform with the tent. And so if we're looking at the kind of the original model that we're working from here, we're making this, has some kind of top on the opens up with this flat surface, okay? And we're going to be building, there's four parts or four pieces. There is the kind of part that opens. There is the table on top that is kind of folded in half. And then there are these two parallelograms underneath, which should be exactly the same, and I'll show you how to make them. So today this is a prototype, so don't worry too much about the size and materials. You just want to try it out and make sure it works. So I'm just cutting off the lid from this box. And I'm using cardboard because it's cheap and it's stiff, and it's going to work for the part that folds and opens up. You want something that is stiff. Okay, so I'm using this kind of cardboard. This particular cardboard is kind of a thinner kind, so I like that, but any kind of cardboard would work. You could also use a really thick cardstock or something for this. Printer paper for this is probably too thin, so you really want to look around for something that's a little stronger. Okay, I'm not going to be too picky about making this, but I am going to cut it so that it is the same size. I'm going to trim the ends, trim the edges over here so that they're the same. And there we go. All right. Piece number one is done. I'll make sure that folds. With cardboard, you want to make sure that you're folding it in the direction that it folds easily in. So cardboard has these lines that run down, and it folds really well this way. If I tried to fold it across those lines, I can do it, but it's much more challenging. So I would recommend using that. That's part of the engineering process here. Using that structure will help you make clean folds and clean lines. I'll set that piece aside. So the next step is to make my those two parallelograms. And so I am going to, I've got this, this is what's called Bristol board. It's like cardstock. So you want some kind of, for this step, I want something that's thinner than cardboard, but I want something that's a little bit thicker than printer paper. So look around the house, see if you can find some. If not, you can ask your parents to, I can set some supplies out for you at Golden Hill, which is no problem at all. If you can't find any, I'd really like you to have some good paper that you can use to make this stuff. So here we go. I am going to go ahead and I'm just eyeballing this right now, but you could draw out, it might be a better example if I were doing this, to draw this out. So I'm going to go ahead and, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to measure, I want to cut out a rectangle, but I want to make sure it's about the same size. Doing 2 inches over there and 2 inches over here. This is just going to make sure I can get a parallel line. So again, you can just eyeball it if you want for this. This is a prototype. It's not your finished piece. But I'm going to go ahead and cut that. Now this is actually way more than I need, but I could use it for later projects. So I'm not going to throw the scraps away right now. Especially when we're doing this, you might want to have some kind of box that you're putting scraps in, so you can use them later on. All right, so for this, we're going to be making a parallelogram. So if I were to draw that out,